crimes have been crossed off the list and left for dead. So this ain't nothing new. Bounty hunters.
I've been hunting Riddick for 10 years. He's the most dangerous man we've ever tracked. Bounty's been doubled.
I've come to collect your head in a box.
So yet again, we play for blood.
Dude, this is amazing. The third film was great. I loved it. But I just gotta ask you. I mean, I love David's work. I love your work, obviously. What did David imbue in the script this time around that got you excited about revisiting Riddick? Is there a new shade to the character that you were excited about?
Totally. I immediately saw from reading this script that it was a different Riddick than Pitch Black, a different Riddick than Chronicles of Riddick, an evolved and more aware Riddick.
Mm-hmm.
In Pitch Black, he was clowning you, the audience, and the other players in the film, the other characters in the film, with different ideas about where he came from. He didn't really care where he came from.
Yeah.
Once he meets Arion, played by Judi Dench in Chronicles of Riddick, he hears for the first time that his past may be relevant.
Right.
And in this movie, he doesn't hear it from anyone, and yet is beginning to, through his experience of being on the throne as a Lord Marshal, that question of home, that question of an old place that he's not necessarily familiar with, but is a part of him, is growing. We're seeing this grow in him as a character.
Yeah.
That was very entertaining. It was also entertaining to see a character that was subjected to a whole act of being by himself with the natural elements. I always loved the Jeremiah Johnsons.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I loved it when Tom Hanks and Zemeckis did Castaway.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enjoyable, but as an actor, I think it's challenging. As an actor, this might not even make any sense, but just John Leguizamo doing one-man shows is interesting. Just the idea of an actor having to show you a range of emotions without any other actor to play off was very ambitious and interesting to me.
Yeah.
And something that I really gravitated to and was very excited about playing.
So Riddick was the first Riddick movie was strangely the first film I ever saw when I moved to LA. And
Really?
I never thought that over 10 years later they'd make another one.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, it is awesome.
And that Vin looks just as good now as he did then.
It's really strange.
Isn't that weird?
It's really strange.
It's like he doesn't age. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
What do you think it is? Baby's blood?
I don't know what it is, but I will take some of it. Like whatever it is,
What are you talking
it's like
about?
fairy blood from True Blood or something.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't age. It's amazing.
Now we're crossing franchises.
I know, it's odd. It's odd.
Well, I'm curious from your perspective, and as someone who's coming into the franchise third part, what do you think is the kind of enduring factor of Vin's character, this franchise? What keeps it going?
I love that he's the anti-hero, but not really. Like, he's not the hero, but he's not the anti-hero. I think he gives the audience permission to want him to do bad things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they love that because ultimately he's fighting for something that's pure and his survival. And so I think that people can identify with him, but they know that bad stuff is going to ensue, and you don't have to feel guilty about it because that's just who he is.
I'm curious, working on set, I love David as a director. He's done
Amazing.
some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Vin, he's kind of kept this under his, he's kept this character in his property and his embrace for so long. What was it like working on set? Did Vin come in creatively every once in a while to give you suggestions alongside David and stuff like that? Or
Vin came in a lot.
Yeah.
He never stepped on David's toes. Those two have worked together for so long that there's this very symbiotic kind of relationship and understanding between them. But Vin very much let you know what he wanted you to accomplish within this role. He made it very aware that this last scene of this movie was incredibly important for Dahl, and you need to make sure that the audience likes you, and make sure that they get you. And so I knew all of that going in, and then DT directs.
Yeah.
You know, DT directs. DT tells me if I do something wrong and if he wants me to try something differently. But they really do work well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the one sequence for your character that won you over? That you were like, this is a character I can get behind and I can get into?
I loved when she just punches Jordy. I think it sets the tone and it makes you understand who this woman is. She's got a very short fuse, but she also does it as an emphasis. It's like a little exclamation point at the end of everything that she does. Like she's just anyone who punches somebody that quickly for pretty much nothing, but just kind of to support number one. I mean, the whole point of her hitting him in the first place is that you're not cooperating and this is my boss. Please respect him. Yeah. And that's the way that she does it. It sets the tone. Yeah. You now know who this person is.
Do you get excited during the development process of, the monsters, what the designers are bringing to the table? Because obviously we've seen a little bit of the design working. I mean, we've seen the monsters of Pitch Black and then Chronicles. This opens up a whole new thing. Do you get excited about seeing those designs?
I get so excited about seeing those designs. Because this movie was so hard to make, we had a really long pre-production period. And that helped us immensely. The reason why that helped us is because so much of our conceptual character design work was done ad nauseum almost because we couldn't get the movie made yet. Right. And all we could do to be proactive is this pre-production. Yeah. And so aside from us coming into this situation better prepared than we'd ever been, better prepared than I'd been on any movie in the last 10 years. Yeah. I mean, I have to add that, one of the fun things about playing Riddick, that's always been fun, is the fact that there will be creatures on the final day when you watch the movie. There will be a world come to life in the final movie. That, for me, is so cool and so rewarding. Yeah. It's like a bonus. It's like something, just the character work is interesting and entertaining enough, and yet to compound that with great CGI and great creature designs, and for me, when I watch a movie, it makes it that much more exciting. You're not afraid of the dark, are you?